Hi, my name is Juliet Bowen, and welcome to my channel, The Soul Awakens. I had a spiritual awakening a few months back, and I just wanted to create a channel for beginners. In the process of my spiritual awakening, I actually am able to hear my guides and hear from the angelic realm. So I also, in each video, will put out a note from them, reading it to you so that you have some guidance and wisdom as well from the other side. This first video is part of a 5-part video series on spiritual awakening for beginners. So let's go. Okay, so the number one tip, I'm just going to get right to it. The number one tip for spirituality for beginners, in my opinion, is love yourself through it all. And what I mean by that is, this is a process. This is going to take time. This is not going to be, I've spiritually awoken and I know everything there is to know, and it's just going to be hunky-dory all the way through. There are going to be some bumps in the road, and you are going to want to just take a pause for a moment. You're going to have times where you're going to have to think about things and what you heard, what you read, what you've seen, and take a step back. And it's going to be confusing at times. It is going to be daunting at times. You are going to have to wrap your head around some pretty crazy things, I should say, and you're going to doubt yourself. And through it all, I would suggest that you pause in that moment where you're feeling that confusion, where you're feeling that doubt, where you're wondering what the heck is going on, and just remember to love yourself. This is a process and this will take time. And through it all, just be kind, be compassionate for yourself, and be compassionate for others, because the people that surround you may not always be on the same journey or agree with you on what you believe and what you are learning and what you are experiencing. They may not believe in any of it. And through this process, you will learn to love yourself, and you will learn to love others, and you will learn to have compassion for yourself and have compassion for others. So this is what it's all about. So again, loving yourself through it all is the number one tip. Now, loving yourself is the number one tip. However, we do have some more information on this, because loving yourself is not just about, oh man, I don't know what I just read. I don't know what I just saw, but hey, I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. Loving yourself also means that it will all make sense when you are ready. And what do I mean by that? So let's say that you have just read something on aliens, for example, and you're like, hey, now that is a hard ask. I am not believing in aliens. Love yourself for not understanding that particular point. Because wherever you stand in your journey, you may say, hey, I can't go that far. I'm not going to believe in aliens right now. Just know that it is okay. You don't have to believe in aliens. You don't have to believe in anything that doesn't resonate with you. And if it does not resonate with you in that time, in that moment, then that's perfectly fine. Be okay with that. Something will resonate with you when you are ready for it. Again, I'm going to repeat this. Something will resonate with you when you are ready for it. So when you're ready for it, if you believe in aliens, it will make sense at that time. If you believe in angels, it will make sense at that time. If you believe you have a soul, that will make sense at that time. For me, when I first started this journey a few months back, I did not understand anything that I was seeing on YouTube. Some of it I could understand, but for the most part, the things that were being shown to me, or recommendations, let's say, I just cannot grasp onto. So what did I do? I decided to put that on hold, and I only watched videos that resonated with me. And if a particular person resonated with me, then I would watch that video. If what they were saying in that video did not resonate with me, I would go to their channel, and then I would look at all the different videos they offered. If something resonated more than another, then that was the one that I would watch, that particular video. And I kind of jumped around a bit. So for me, That is how I gathered information on the spiritual journey. For some of you, it will be books. For some of you, it'll be videos. Some of it will be speaking with others. There are so many ways on this spiritual journey to gather information. Now, here's a message from my angels and guides, and hope you enjoy it. Hello, everyone. We'd like to say we love you, and we thank you for joining us on this journey. Although all may seem confusing right now, it is to be expected considering what is happening on this earth. Being human is what you chose, and now you choose this to be a part of the massive turning of the earth shift. What we mean by this is your world is changing and humanity is changing for the better. Some of you already know this, and some of you are wondering what is going on. We are here to tell you with love that it's going to be okay, and we want you to know that this was a chosen path by you, by your soul, your higher self, and believe it or not, everyone around you. In this time, all must know, not necessarily understand or agree with, as you all have choices and free will, but rather we ask you to be necessarily aware of the upcoming times of change and prepare yourself. We ask you to do one thing: love yourself through it all. We are asking you to do this so that you truly know that no matter what happens, you have yourself. And loving yourself is the easiest way to dig deep and have a spiritual awakening. We ask you to consider this before working on all other avenues of growth. You may ask why, and we answer. The answer is not simple. There are many steps for each soul's growth, and this means each path is different. Juliet's path, starting her YouTube channel, may not be your path. The path is many, depending on what your higher self wishes, and it also depends on what resonates with your human self. All is not for worry, because deep inside your heart, you will always find answers to your questions. On your journey, remember that this spiritual awakening does not mean you are aware and know all there is to know about the world and heaven surrounding you. It just means you are on this path to opening your mind to an everlasting life that is beyond what you can imagine. So remember, as your spiritual awakening will entail so many wonderful new opportunities for growth, take this first step and remember to love yourself along the way. We love you always. So that was a wonderful message by my guides and angels. And I think it's pretty clear through their message that some things are going to happen. We chose this life for a reason. And through it all, just remember to love yourself. I'd love to hear what you've been going through and what is your number one tip and what recommendations do you have for those of us going through a spiritual awakening? I'd love to hear your story. Please comment below. And if you like our channel, please subscribe or like this video. Thank you.